massive news just broke out of Washington that could completely change the game for XRP holders. Congress has just dropped a bombshell with House Resolution 4763, a bill that has passed committee with an overwhelming 90% vote. And on page 17 of this bill is a single line that could make XRP untouchable by the SEC and set the stage for XRP to soar in price. You heard that right. $10,000 per XRP is no longer just speculative. This is a real possibility, and today we're going to break down exactly how this could happen. Let's start by focusing on what makes this bill so revolutionary. The key is a digital asset clarity clause that specifically protects XRP for years. The SEC has been locked in a battle with Ripple over whether XRP is a security or not, causing extreme uncertainty and volatility. But now this bill might finally put an end to that fight. The clause ensures that XRP cannot be classified as a security under current laws, effectively giving it protection from the SEC's ongoing regulatory actions. This is the legal clarity Ripple has been waiting for, and it could free XRP from the grip of the SEC once and for all. This bill would also create a clear regulatory framework for digital assets, and XRP would be classified under that framework in a way that makes it untouchable by the SEC. Essentially, the SEC's ability to enforce securities laws on XRP would be nullified. This shift will open up enormous opportunities for XRP to be adopted by financial institutions, payment providers, and even government-backed initiatives for cross-border payments to truly grasp the significance of this bill. It's important to consider the perspective of Representative Patrick McHenry, a key sponsor and influential voice in the debate. McHenry has long been recognized as a leading advocate for fair and transparent regulation in the digital asset space, and his involvement signals just how crucial this legislation is for the future of crypto in the United States in his recent speech. McHenry strongly emphasized that the primary goal of this bill is to put an end to what he describes as ongoing SEC abuse in the regulation of digital assets. He argued that the current approach by the SEC has created confusion and uncertainty, stifling innovation and growth in the industry. McHenry specifically highlighted the SEC's overreach, pointing to the agency's aggressive actions against various crypto projects. He singled out the case of XRP, explaining how Ripple and its community have been unfairly targeted, resulting in years of legal battles and market instability. But McHenry was clear this bill isn't just about Ripple or XRP. It's about establishing a fair, consistent regulatory framework that applies to all digital assets. He stressed the urgent need for a level playing field where innovation can thrive, and companies aren't left guessing about the rules. The response from Ripple's legal team has been overwhelmingly positive. They've described the bill as a monumental step forward, not just for Ripple, but for the entire digital asset industry. It represents hope for clearer guidelines and fairer treatment for the XRP community. This development is a major victory. It could pave the way for broader institutional adoption and renewed confidence in the market, potentially ushering in a new era of growth and legitimacy for digital assets across the board. But that's not all. Let's take a closer look at the market impact. The timing of this bill aligns perfectly with an increase in Tether or USDT minting. We've seen that Tether has been printing billions of dollars worth of USDT to facilitate XRP purchases. And honestly, this is no coincidence. Institutional players are already positioning themselves for a major buying spree of XRP, and the market is primed for XRP's price to explode. When you look at the minting timestamps and the exchange inflow data, it's clear that big money is getting ready to enter the market once this bill passes. The proof is in the data. The amount of USDT being printed and moved into XRP trading pairs is staggering. On top of this, we're starting to see major exchanges such as Bitstamp Gemini and Robinhood leak information about preparing to relist XRP. Once the legal cloud's clear, this means millions of retail investors will soon be able to access XRP again, which could send the price soaring. Imagine the impact when platforms with millions of users suddenly start trading XRP again. These relistings are an essential part of the puzzle, and they're already being lined up. The question is no longer if XRP will be relisted, but when. So let's talk numbers. When it comes to XRP, the conversation always circles back to its price potential. And for good reason. There's a reason people are talking about $10,000 per XRP. And it's not just hype or wishful thinking. That number isn't just some random figure pulled out of thin air. It's based on real-world market dynamics. And the scale of the opportunity ahead, the global foreign exchange market is worth over $6.6 trillion per day, making it on of the largest and most liquid markets on the planet. XRP is uniquely positioned to tap into this enormous market thanks to its speed, scalability, and partnerships with major financial institutions. Especially when it comes to cross-border payments and DeFi use cases, XRP stands out as a bridge currency that can move value instantly and efficiently across borders. If XRP could capture just 1% of the global FX market, even that small slice would represent a seismic shift in value and utility. For the token, we're talking about $66 billion per day flowing through XRP. That's a massive number, and it's only scratching the surface of what's possible. If adoption continues to grow, this gives us a glimpse into the incredible potential for XRP's price to reach levels we've only dreamed about before, especially as more institutions come on board. When you break down the math and consider the scale of the markets, XRP is targeting the numbers. Start to make sense. $10,000 per XRP is absolutely within the realm of possibility. And as the ecosystem matures, that target becomes more realistic than ever before. The last time XRP experienced a massive surge like this was back in 2017 when it ran up 38,000% in just 180 days. 90 days. The conditions are eerily similar now, with institutional interest ramping up, relistings on the horizon, and legal clarity finally on the way. We could be on the brink of another historic price movement for XRP. Here's the timeline. 14 days. That's how much time we have left until the full House vote on HR 4763. If the bill passes, we could see an influx of institutional investment relistings on major exchanges and a surge in XRP's price that could take us all the way to $10,000. We're literally in the countdown phase, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. If you think about the last time these signals aligned, you'll remember the 2017 XRP rally, where XRP shot up nearly 40,000% over a short period of time. Could history be about to repeat itself? The signs are all pointing in that direction, with legal clarity, massive institutional demand, and relistings on the way. It's entirely possible that XRP could once again defy the odds and achieve unbelievable gains. Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into XRP and its potential, I want to hear from you, our amazing community. Do you believe XRP truly has what it takes to reach the ambitious $10,000 mark? Or do you see a different future for this digital asset? And what are your thoughts on the McHenry bill? Could this legislation be the game changer that shapes the regulatory landscape and unlocks new possibilities for XRP and the entire crypto market? Drop your comments below, and let's get a real conversation going. I love reading your insights, questions, and predictions, so don't hold back. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can stay updated on everything happening with XRP, crypto news, and the latest market trends. This could be one of the most pivotal moments in XRP's history, and I'll be here to keep you informed, analyze the news, and break down every major development every step of the way. Just a quick note before we finish. Remember, this video is for educational and informational purposes only and is meant to help you better understand the crypto space. It is not financial advice and should not be taken as a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any asset. Please do your own research, stay informed, and always consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Your financial future is important. Make sure you're making choices that are right for you.